Let's talk within the Muslim community. Forget even within the Muslim community, within the religious or supposedly religious Muslim community. We take certain appearances, certain status, certain level of knowledge or demonstration of certain level of knowledge as a consideration that someone is more successful. Like, so for instance, in many Muslim cultures, if somebody is, somebody's got a beard, or the longer the beard, the more religious they are, the closer to Allah they must be. The more traditional clothes they're wearing, the more religious, the more closer to Allah they must be. If they're wearing a t-shirt, then astaghfirullah al-azim, but if they're wearing a thobe, alhamdulillah, mashallah, subhanallah, etc., etc. So clothing makes an impression. As a matter of fact, we size people up when they walk into the masjid. The way they're dressed, the way their face looks. You can tell this is a person of taqwa. And this is a person of I don't know what. I don't even know why they're in the masjid. Right? So we don't do this verbatim. This goes on in our head. So in the religious sense also, we consider some people successful and some people failures. We do that. And we have to undo that too. People have come up to me sometimes and said, I don't even know Arabic and I just feel so bad. Like, so what, you don't know Arabic? You're working 20 hours a day providing for your family. You don't have time to study. Allah is not thinking any less of you because you don't know and you don't have the opportunity. Allah gave you a certain, set of challenges in your life that He didn't give me or somebody else. He's not going to judge you by my standards. But what we do always is we compare ourselves to others and put ourselves down or up compared to others. Yes, you can take inspiration from others, but don't pass false judgment on yourself in comparison to others. Every one of us has our own mawazin, if you remember I mentioned that. Everyone has our own standards, our own challenges, our own struggles. And what this surah is giving us is really a look in the mirror. The clearest we have to be is not in comparison with somebody else, but really with ourselves. بَلِ الْإِنسَانُ عَلَى نَفْسِهِ بَصِيرًا وَلَوْ أَلْقَى مَعَاذِيرًا. Right? So that's something that every other standard is a mirage. Even if somebody memorizes the Quran or can recite in perfect tajweed, or people look up to them as a teacher or a scholar or famous or whatever else, none of those things may be a criteria for success to Allah. For Allah, the success criteria are the criteria mentioned in the surah. If those things were utilized properly to further these goals, the ones mentioned in the surah, then fine. If those things didn't help with any of this stuff, then those things are pointless. They carried no weight. Even if they were, in appearance, religious. In appearance. But even, let's talk about material things. Everything Allah says, without these items, these 4 items that I haven't yet talked about that are in the surah, I briefly translated them. Without these minimal criteria, you're in loss. What that means is, unless you put these glasses on, these 4 lenses on, and see life through these 4 lenses, if you take them off, no matter what you gain, no matter what you achieve and I achieve, all of it is either a mirage, which means it was worth nothing in the end, or, worst case, we were even running what we thought was after our success, and it was our own destruction. Either it was worthless, or it was our own death and our own destruction. Those are the only 2 possibilities. لَمْ يَجِدْهُ شَيْئًا وَوَجَدَ اللَّهَ عِنْدَهُ فَوَفَاهُ حِسَابًا. It's a mirage. That's what we're running after. These ayat, and the conclusion of this surah, is actually there to open our eyes and to show us everything else. By the way, I'm not saying you can't get a nice house or can't live a good life or can't get a good job or can't dress well. All of those things are fine. Those things are only fine after this is there. When this isn't there, then all of that stuff is meaningless. Allah doesn't want us to be miserable in this world. He doesn't. He doesn't want us to, even though He created us in toil and labor, He did put many things in this world for the purpose of our own benefit. وَجَعَلْنَا لَكُمْ فِيهَا مَعَايِشْ. Right? He put in this world many things for you to enjoy, to live well. He put those there for us. But those things are only a blessing when we have the right mindset, when we have the right approach to life, when we take on the right lifestyle. And after that, those things become a blessing. Otherwise, they become a curse.